Hello there.
And welcome back to a Gem in Orlando podcast. So please make sure you're following us on all of our socials. Make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're getting some really good traction. And day 4 and 5. Day 4 and 5. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom video is now up and ready for you. This is going to be quite poignant to this episode anyway, but we'll go on to that in a minute. We'll soon be able to offer memberships. We're halfway there to monetization.
Yay!
Yes, yeah, so you're going to see some bonus videos. We're going to have our other theme park trips. Our Great Yarmouth trips videos are coming soon. So those will be free. And going forward, once we monetize, we'll offer those videos like in the UK on our memberships. We've got loads of stuff coming up like Claxon Pier, and because we live like literally, it's on our doorstep, isn't it?
5 minutes away.
Very, very good fun. So once we monetize, we'll offer those videos on our memberships and on our Patreon. If you can go and support us on Patreon, you will get early access to the episodes and extra episodes, and also everything you pay for on Patreon will go straight back into the podcast. So it will go towards, you know, sort of marketing and stuff. And also, if you are a Patreon member, you now have access to the first 2 sections of the Ultimate Orlando Planner.
Wow.
Oh my God, I've been working so hard on this, haven't I? It's my little baby, and I'm so happy with it so far. It's not finished yet, but you get access. If you're a Patreon member, you get full access to those, so you can use those as and when you wish. If you can also give us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, that really helps us to make our mark on those kind of platforms as well, if you are listening in the car and everything. So yeah, that's the admin out the way. This week we're going to be talking about
Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah, we're starting off with the big guns. Just before we do go into that, I do have some news.
Big gun, shall I say?
Big gun, yeah, big smoking gun of Disney World. We have got a little bit of news, not too much news this week coming out of the parks, but this is a bit of an old news, but obviously since we've been back I haven't actually mentioned it.
Okay.
So from the 9th of January 2024, date-based tickets, so tickets like ours that you buy before you go, you don't need park pass reservations.
Yay.
They are scrapping them for date-based tickets.
COVID gone.
Yeah, we're so happy about that, because that means the parks will be up to full capacity again. And obviously, you know, the higher crowds will go in the higher times and the lower crowds will go in the lower times. So hopefully you should see the crowd calendars start to level out a little bit if you are researching the crowd calendars as well. Also, I'm going to mention TikTok. Go follow us on TikTok. We have nobody on there at the moment. We've got loads of subscribers on YouTube, but no followers on TikTok. But there is a new Disney 100 card game on TikTok. So if you search Disney 100 in the search bar of TikTok, it comes up with this little card game. You have to do things to collect cards, and it's going on every week until November the 6th, I believe. And I can't get Mirabelle.
Oh.
Mirabelle is the last card I need for this week, and I've been trying every day, and I still can't get Mirabelle. So she is very, very difficult to get. So, go and have a go. If you want a little bit of fun, go and play the Disney 100 card game on TikTok. They've done a whole big thing for the 100th anniversary. Wish, the new film Wish.
Oh, the one you talked about earlier on?
Yes. Yeah. They have released the main song from it called This Wish, and it's Ariana DeBose. If you don't know who she is, if you've seen Hamilton on Disney Plus, she is one of the chorus members of Hamilton. She's actually quite a poignant member of the chorus. She's the Bullet. So when they say the Bullet, if you know, Hamilton fans, if you know, you know. So yeah, she is she's playing Usher, who's the new Disney princess, and the animation is very, very good. It's very different. It's sort of like 2D with a filter. Is how a lot of people are describing it, but I'm looking forward to that film coming out. I think Savannah's looking forward to it because she really likes the song, doesn't she? When I played it to her. So yeah, that's all Disney news. Epic Universe. We're going back to Epic Universe, the big old theme park opening in 2025. Yeah. The theming for Super Nintendo World is getting lots of colour. To it. So we love Nintendo. We've grown up with Nintendo, really. So yeah, that would be really, really cool to see how that's going. How to Train Your Dragon coaster cars have arrived as well. They look really cool. So yeah, that's the news this week. Obviously, as you know, all the Halloween festivities are in full swing there as well. So yeah, that's all the news for this week. So without further ado, let's get in to Magic Kingdom. Now this is part of the planner, by the way, but if you really want like a written down version, then do go and have a look and sign up to our Patreon. You'll get this. So right, I've got some top part tips to start off with, and then we're going to go into the rides and the shops and everything, as we did before with the previous series.
Let's go for it.
Let's go. So this is probably the one park, and I don't know if you agree with this, where you're going to want to stay from opening till closing. I mean, we didn't, because Savannah was too little, but we would have done, I think, if she was a bit older, and I think we probably will this time.
I think, yeah, you're right there. Obviously, we stayed from start to finish.
Majority of the day we did stay. I think we left like
7-ish?
literally, yeah, but before it was just
8,
before.
it was
About 8 before, just before the fireworks started, because we wanted to get back on the monorail and get back. Monorail.
Sorry.
So plan ahead when you're making, if you've got your DAS, plan ahead when you've got your reservations for your rides. Think about Genie Plus as well. Dining, reservations, etc. like that. Check your crowd calendars, because although you may think it will be low crowds, the lowest crowds in Magic Kingdom do still make it fairly busy. It is literally the busiest park. It doesn't matter when you go, it's always going to be fairly busy on the day.
Out of all the parks we went to, obviously back in February, that was the busiest park we went to.
It was.
Even though it was in February as well.
It was President's Weekend, wasn't it? That weekend, remember?
Still, it was it was really busy.
The lowest crowds, even on your lowest crowd days, it will still be really busy.
Yeah.
So just make sure you don't think you're going on a low day, because it will still be like an hour's wait for Peter Pan's flight.
Yeah.
So if your family, depending on how many people you have in your family, if you've got children or anything that want to meet certain characters, make them a priority when you get to the park.
Yeah.
Because if you get these meet and greets done early, you've got a better shot at smashing all the rides and, you know, having a dinner and everything.
But we done every single ride apart from one, didn't we?
We did, apart from Big Thunder Mountain.
That's the only one
And
we did.
obviously Splash Mountain was closed.
It was closed anyway, yeah. But we done every single ride apart from one, didn't we?
Yeah, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
But again, Magic Kingdom's more for a lot of small children.
It is, yeah.
Adults, so.
You'll see when we go into the rides,
you get onto it anyway.
If you can, consider setting 2 days aside for this park. Because if you have small children, I mean, I think we could have done with splitting it into 2 days, really, but there was just no time. We had so much to do. Or if you have to go on a higher crowd day, if that's in your plans and you have to go on a high crowd day, for example, a weekend or something like that, or a Halloween or something like that, just consider setting 2 days aside, like maybe going once, doing as much as you can, then going again to do what you didn't do before. And if you want to do it all in one day, I think Genie Plus is definitely worth considering. I mean, we were lucky we had DAS, but consider buying Genie Plus. I think it would be worth your money for Magic Kingdom. I don't think for the others it would be. But I think Magic Kingdom, I think you get more bang for your buck with Genie Plus.
I think Magic Kingdom and probably Hollywood Studio.
Hollywood Studio.
Hollywood Studio. I got it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I thought
MGM.
I'm about to say MGM then. Those 2 parks I recommend get Genie Plus.
Yeah, I think it's worth the money.
With Epcot, it's like a few rides you can do, but there's
a lot more attractions at Epcot, isn't there? Yeah. So also, if you visit on a ticketed event, so there was a evening event when we went to Hollywood Studios, wasn't there? But we left quite late because we had our Rise of Resistance booking.
Yeah.
But they were literally kicking anyone out who didn't have a ticket for that event. So don't think you can get away with staying in the park if you don't have a ticket for the event. You will be escorted from the park at closing time. So just be aware. Plan ahead. Like I say, plan ahead. When you go, like say it's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and you haven't got a ticket and you think you might be able to try it, don't. They're very hot on that. If you get a dining reservation, for example, we had when we went, we had Be Our Guest dining reservation.
Yes.
Just arrive 15 minutes early, because then they can try and get you seated on time. Although Be Our Guest was quite busy, we were seated quite late. But yeah, just make sure you get there 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
Just so the cast members got a chance to get your table ready for you. Right, that's all our top part. You got anything?
I would say
extra?
about Be Our Guest restaurant. Very nice food, but don't be quite surprised about the price of it though.
Yeah, it's very very, very pricey.
Yes, it was.
Very, very pricey. It's a one and done thing for us, I think.
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
But yeah, anyway, let's go on to the rides and attractions. Now I'm going to do this slightly differently to how we did it in the first
Okay, go on
series.
then.
So I'm literally just going to reel off all of the rides and attractions, and we're going to talk about them if we had experience of them, if you didn't have experience of them. So the first one is Astro Orbiter. Now that is in Tomorrowland. That's the big rockets above the people mover.
Yeah. Did we go on that, did we?
We didn't.
No, I didn't go on
because
that,
we
yeah.
were going to take Savannah on it, and then we thought, oh no, that's actually really high.
Yeah.
It's got no height requirement, but just be aware, if you've got a baby, I probably wouldn't recommend taking your baby
That's the
on
one
it.
in the middle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
In the middle of
it's quite high up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just there's no height requirement for that ride, but I was a bit dubious about
Yeah,
taking
you
Savannah
remember
on
that
that.
now, yeah.
So yeah, the Barnstormer, that's in Storybook Circus. That's a goofy roller coaster. It's like a kids coaster. It's a really good first time coaster.
But there's a height requirement for that, isn't
There is a height requirement, 35 inches or 89 centimetres. So it's great for your 5-6 year olds who are tall enough and they want to try their first roller coaster.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun for that. We didn't go on that when we were there just because I've done it before and it's a kids coaster and we like the big ones.
Yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, we didn't do this one, unfortunately. We didn't get time to do this, but height requirement for that is 40 inches or 102 centimetres. It's your Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. There's not really much you can say about that, can it, really?
I really can't remember that when I was younger.
Yeah, we will be definitely doing it next
Definitely,
time. Yeah. Casey Junior's Splash and Soak Station. This isn't a ride per se. This is like a splash pad made for kids. So that if you want to bring your kids swimming costume, if it's a really warm day, I would definitely recommend doing that because it's free.
Yeah,
Kills some time, gets the kids' energies off and stuff. Sorry, I forgot about Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. No height requirement for that.
Did we do that, did we?
We did not. I don't.
Oh, that's by the ice cream shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was by the ice cream
we did,
shop.
didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't do that.
What's that involved then?
It's a shooting one.
Oh.
Again, you see why I say consider doing 2 days because there's so much you miss that you don't realise. But yeah, anyway, Dumbo the Flying Elephant. Me and Mum took Savannah on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she loved it. Dumbo the Flying Elephant is an absolute classic, and I think even if you don't have children with you, I think you should do it anyway because it's a classic. Enchanted Tales with Belle. Now that wasn't open when we went, but they have reopened it.
Oh, okay.
It's a really nice little story. Like Belle's there in a beautiful dress, and she tells stories about the beast and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool for her.
Okay.
For toddlers, I think that will kill some time with them. The Hall of Presidents, we didn't do that.
Okay.
Wasn't really interested in that, to be honest, because we're British and we don't really know much about American politics. It's a walk-through attraction and a show. It's the animatronic show.
Okay.
With Trump and now Biden.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on. Haunted Mansion. Classic. No height requirement. We did take Savannah on this. She was absolutely fine. She loved it.
Fine, yeah.
However, if you have kids that are a little bit frightened of things or get frightened easily.
Dark, really more the dark.
Yeah,
really
and
dark.
the dark. I wouldn't recommend it. Taking your kids on it. Savannah was great, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she was not bothered by anything. But if your kid tends to get frightened in the dark or any spooky noises or anything, I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's a Small World.
She loved it, didn't she?
She did.
She loved that. Yeah.
We didn't. We were sort of sitting there like, oh, I know. Actually, you actually liked it because you were trying to name all the countries that all the children were
from. I got it right, didn't I?
It was like a little game for him. So, gentlemen, if you get bored on that ride, just point out and do yourself a little pop quiz. Yeah, name the countries. That was a great ride. It was a great ride. No height requirement. Classic. Jungle Cruise.
That's good.
Loved it.
That's good.
Loved it. And you'll see a clip on our YouTube video of the girl we had. I can't remember her name, but she was so funny. Although she did talk a lot about her ex-boyfriend. I remember that.
Blonde girl.
Yeah, she did talk a lot about her ex-boyfriend, didn't she? And obviously we got to see the backside of water, which is obviously, if you know, you know. So that's Jungle Cruise. Liberty Square Riverboat. Did we do this? It's just a little boat that goes around the thingamajiggy. We didn't do that. But yeah, if you want to kill some time, do that one. Mad Tea Party.
Did we do that?
No.
No.
Because it's teacups and I hate teacups.
Oh, I hate teacups as well.
There's no height requirement for that, but it will make you very dizzy, especially if you've got someone who likes to spin it a lot. Rainbow. I'm talking about you. Remember that time in Thorpe Park? Yes. That time in Thorpe Park on the teacups. oh my God, Rainbow, they span it so much that I came off and I was green. I was about to throw up. It was horrible. Ever since then, sure thought Rainbow, I blame you. The Magic Carpets of Aladdin. So that's a bit like...
Did you do that?
No.
Oh.
It's no height requirement. It's a bit like Dumbo, but the only difference is, obviously, you're in carpets.
Oh, okay.
You're on magic carpets.
Yeah.
And there are camels that spit at you.
Oh, okay.
So you do get wet. I remember doing that with Logan when he was very, very small, and he wanted to do it about 3 times, and I ended up... You get quite wet on that, so just be warned. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. She loved that
She loved
ride.
that, yeah. She loved that one.
The little bouncing bit at the end. Oh, in the honey pot. Very,
Yeah,
very,
she liked
very...
that.
Oh, very,
Remember
very, very, very classic ride. Do that. Philharmagic. We did do Philharmagic. The little show with all the cherry pie.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
If you want some air conditioning, if it's a really hot day, I definitely recommend doing that. There's usually... The shows are every 20 minutes. So there's usually not a queue unless you've got there, like, at the last minute. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Now, that's a comedy show. It's like an interactive show. A bit like Turtle Talk
Did we
with
do
Crush.
that, did
We
we?
didn't.
No, okay.
Bit like Turtle Talk with Crush, but it's Mike
Oh,
Wazowski from
okay.
Monsters Inc.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not sure who that is.
I know she loved this ride.
Yeah, I think that was her favourite.
Yeah.
I think Peter Pan's Flight, which is the next ride, and that gets really busy. So if you're getting Genie Plus, book that
I
up.
remember that. You go up and down like
Oh,
Peter Pan. Yeah,
she
loved
absolutely adored that
Going
ride.
through London, stuff like that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
oh, it's great though. It's great. It's such an old ride, but it's so good. The theming, and you just know Disney do it better than anyone else, really. Pirates of the Caribbean.
I enjoyed that.
Fun.
I enjoyed that.
Loved that one. Loved seeing Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
In his prime, because they kept him in there even though they sacked him. We're not going to talk about that anyway. But just be aware, adults, if you've got small children, there is a small drop. Do you remember the drop?
Oh, yes, I do now, yeah.
Do you remember the drop?
But again,
There's a small drop.
Pretty loved that, didn't she?
She did. She did make her tummy. It made her tummy. The Prince Charming Regal Carousel, we did do that. That was cute. It's just a carousel, but themed around Cinderella. It's great. No height requirement for that. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Now, I think you did. Did we do this? Did we?
Yeah.
Did Savannah do it? No, she didn't.
No. She's too little.
Oh,
It's a 38 inch.
Sorry,
it's a 38 inch height requirement. It's the one with the coaster that with the swinging carts.
Did I do that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got to ride it twice, obviously.
Sure.
Space Mountain.
That was good.
Oh,
It's all a classic, isn't it? It's a classic.
So good. Height requirement for that is 44 inches, so 113 centimetres for that one. Swiss Family Treehouse. So that's it's kind of like a walk-through attraction, but it's a lot of climbing. So I wouldn't recommend taking a baby. I would recommend taking like your small children, about 5 or 6 on that. Because then it gets you over to Tom Sawyer Island, which is another little play area and attraction for that. Maybe we'll do that this time now Savannah's walking and talking.
If we've got enough time, yeah.
Tomorrowland Speedway, which is the really slow cars.
They look good, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they're not.
Good.
They're really not. They need to get rid of those, honestly.
But she might enjoy it
if she's tall enough. Yeah, the height requirement for that one is 32 inches or 82 centimetres.
I think she might be tall enough by then, I think.
Fingers crossed she will be. She's currently at
Probably like 70 centimetres.
she's 70 at the moment,
Yeah.
70 centimetres. So we're keeping an eye on that. People Mover. I love the People Mover. Oh, and when we went on it, when we went through Space Mountain, do you remember the ride had broken down? The lights were on.
Oh yes,
Do you remember?
You can see the whole.
Yeah, you could see the whole thing. It was
thing,
so cool. It was so cool.
Like,
obviously, it's
the whole
not
thing
cool for the
inside.
people that were stuck on Space Mountain. It's not cool for them. But like, it was really cool for us because you got to see so much more. And the People Mover is just great. I think it's definitely worth a go. No height requirement for that, so everyone can go on that. And now I've got to talk about the next one because we did see this testing, and I stupidly didn't catch it on film. Tron Light Cycle Run.
Looks good, doesn't it?
The new big boy. Height requirement is 48 inches, is 122 centimetres, so I'm just tall enough.
Right, poor Nanya. What are you then?
I'm 163, but I like to make fun of the fact I'm short.
All right.
But there is still virtual queue running on that. So you do need to get your boarding group really, really quickly in the mornings, 7 a.m. in the morning or 1 a.m. once you're in the park. So it's the same sort of thing as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Next one is Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Now,
Did we do that, did we?
I don't think we did. I think Mum wanted to, but the queue was a bit big.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't, because Mum loves The Little Mermaid. And finally the railroad's back open again, which it wasn't open when we went.
Okay.
That's the one that goes. That's the one that you see at the front.
Yeah, it goes around the whole.
Yeah, it goes around the whole park. And the reason it was shut, obviously, because Tron was still being built. But now Tron is open. It stops at Fantasyland, Frontierland, and Main Street USA. So if you fancy not walking somewhere, just jump on the railroad.
Yeah.
You might get some nice views as well. Carousel of Progress, we did do that one, didn't we? The one that you sit in the theatre and it was all the animatronics and you just moved around.
Oh yes, you see the video.
And that ridiculous song.
Walt Disney, isn't it?
The ridiculous song.
Yeah.
The ridiculous song. Now you didn't really rate this, but I thought it was quite cute, and Savannah loved it.
I did like. Is that one of Pirates of the Caribbean? Right?
Yeah, Enchanted Tiki Room. Savannah loved that.
That's quite weird. That was.
It was. It's old. It's old. It's very old.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved it. Savannah loved it as well. She loved looking at all the birds, and now every time she sees a bird out, she goes bad.
Yeah.
So fireworks. That's all the rides. There's a lot. There is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff doing there. It's pretty only 2 days, isn't you?
Yeah. Or if you can do it in one day, do it in one day. But you're going to be very tired, so just make sure you probably do this.
Well, we do it in one day. All those rides.
Well, I think we could.
Well, no, yeah, but we might have to. We might be able to, but people who haven't got that pass might not be able to.
Yeah, no. Well, we can use Genie Plus alongside DAS as well, so we could potentially buy Genie Plus.
Lot of
anyway, onto the fireworks,
which we saw last time, didn't we?
We did. So currently, as of this year and next year, the Happily Ever After fireworks show is running daily at 8:45. The only exception to this rule is when there's like a ticketed evening event on, like Mickey's. At the moment, as Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, they have a special fireworks.
Yeah.
If you do want to view this show, because we walked through it, I think we walked through it to leave, didn't we?
I think we got lucky. So close to it.
Yeah, but we were walking through to leave, weren't we?
Yeah.
If you do want a good view, get Genie Plus, because they have a certain area for Genie Plus people, or get there at least 90 minutes before the show starts to get a good view. Having said that, I would say you could probably get to the back of Main Street USA and still get a really good view of that, because we did. We didn't watch the whole thing anyway because Savannah was really tired.
But also, if you want to, say you missed out any rides during the day,
that's a good time.
Very good time to do your rides you missed during the day, because everyone will be that firework display.
Good shout, babe.
And go into your rides you missed during the day.
Good shout, babe. Yeah, very good tip there. Very good tip from Matt there. So that's the fireworks displays. Now I'm going to go on to character meet and greets.
Okay.
Because there's one character that is new.
Oh,
and
is it
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Right, so you can meet characters from Aladdin at Adventureland. Now, so all these times and characters are subject to change. So just check on the day you go on the My Disney Experience app. Just check on the day you go, because don't put all your eggs in one basket about meeting a certain character. So meet characters from Aladdin. You could have Aladdin, Jasmine, Jafar. Times at the moment are 9:05, 10:10. 1:15 in the afternoon and 2:30 in the afternoon. So just make sure you're there at those times if you want to meet characters from Aladdin. So the circus, Disney Palace. So you've got Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pete as well in Storybook Circus. So those times are from 10 o'clock in the morning until 4:30. But again, check these. The next one, this is new for 2023. Obviously, Encanto, as you know, in our household, is played
every single day.
Very popular film in our household.
Twice, 3 times a day.
Yes. And you can now meet Mirabelle and possibly Bruno. Sometimes Bruno is there.
Oh, okay.
But we don't talk about Bruno. Sorry, I had to put that in.
She might want to.
She'll probably go like that to it. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing that. We're recording on audio. Basically, she does the little finger point. No. You can meet Mirabelle at Fairy Tale Garden, which is just by Peter Pan's flight. And it's a small world, so that area of Fantasyland, where sort of all the Rapunzel bits are. They've made part of it into a little casita.
Oh, okay.
So, times for that at the moment are 9, 9:45, 10:30, 11:15, 12 o'clock, 12:45, 2 o'clock, 2:45, 3:15 and 3:45. But again, those are subject to change. But what we'll do is we will probably whiz straight over.
Probably at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we will whiz straight over to meet Mirabelle because that is Savannah's most favourite character ever. And we're really glad that they've incorporated Encanto somehow into the Disney parks.
Yeah, it's good of them, yeah. That's a popular
so
film,
the Town Square Theatre, it's not just Meet Mickey. There's other princesses that are there as well. You can meet Cinderella, Tiana. Just depends. Again, check on the day you go.
Elsa?
Sometimes Elsa's there. I mean, Elsa's more at Epcot in the Norway Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, usually those are usually from park opening until 30 minutes before closing. So again, Town Square Theatre is literally just as you go in. Get into Town Square Theatre if you want to meet Mickey. He's probably in his Disney 100 outfit now. They've got the Disney 100 outfits and stuff as well. Parades and shows. Country Bear Jamboree, that's not open at the moment because they're refurbing it.
Okay.
They're making it possibly a little less racist.
Yeah, okay. You said it, not
I
me.
hope so, anyway. Usually that's from park opening until 30 minutes before closing.
Or just doing it with the times.
Yes, please bring it with the times, like they're doing with Splash Mountain, because Splash Mountain was from Song of the South, which is one of the most racist films ever. But anyway, now the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. Now we saw a little bit of this, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did see a little bit of it, but at the moment it's only saying 3 o'clock. But I think that's because the Not So Scary Halloween party's on, and they do a parade in the evening.
On more than that,
yeah. I think on the day you visit, if it's not an event, if there's not a ticketed event in the evening, they will do it like 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, I thought I see it twice.
Yeah,
twice
we did. It was 3 times I think they did it on a day that we went. But just again, check on your My Disney Experience app because this could be very out of date depending on when you're listening. Right. Dining. I have done a lot of research, as you can tell. Right, so I'm just going to whip through again we did have a couple of snacks and things, so I will touch on those a little bit. So Aloha Isle is in Adventureland, and that is, if you like Dole Whip, we never got to try that.
What's Dole Whip?
It's like their special whipped ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Thing. It's like Disney's special
thing. So it's an ice cream parlor.
It's like pineapple.
It's like an ice cream parlor then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
That's in Adventureland. Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies. Now we had ice cream from there, didn't we? Do you remember? In Tomorrowland?
Yes, we did. Yes.
That was very nice.
Yes,
I thought.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I remember that now.
And I had a milkshake, I believe, as well. And they were really, really good. So if you fancy a bit of ice cream or milkshake, definitely go there. Be Our Guest. We're going to talk Be Our Guest. It's a French cuisine, obviously, as you were aware. And that is table service. And that is in Fantasyland in Belle's part. The thing. I loved the food. You loved it at the time.
I enjoyed the food very much until I got the bill.
It's very pricey.
Well, can I tell you how much it cost? How much it come to?
Yeah.
Well, it's £240.
Dollars or pounds?
£210 it was. Pounds.
Pounds?
Yes.
Yes. So
for 3 course for 3 people.
And a little mac and cheese for her. But you do get unlimited soft drinks.
Yeah.
So, if you want alcohol, obviously it's going to cost you more. But if you want just something nice to go down with your dinner.
Still quite a lot of money for what it was.
I loved it personally.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying it was quite pricey for what it was.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you were the one paying. So.
Yes, that's pretty why I'm saying it.
Casey's Corner. Now that's hot dogs and burgers, and that's actually quite popular.
It's quick service.
Yeah, it's a quick service restaurant. That's in Main Street, USA. Now, if you want something really, really quick, apparently these hot dogs are really, really good there.
Okay.
So it might be worth, if we're a bit bored or we're down by Main Street USA about lunchtime, maybe we could grab something from there, or as our money saving tip, always take your own food.
Well, if we're going to Disney, we'll probably take our own food there, to be honest. But
but we might have a snack or something.
Yeah.
Cheshire Cafe, we didn't go in there, but it is like kind of bakery stuff.
What, English bakery?
Cheshire? Yeah, because it's the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
From Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. And that's in Fantasyland. So if you don't want to sit and wait in the Starbucks, because the Starbucks queue gets ridiculous, go to the Cheshire Cafe instead. You might find exactly the same thing that you want or something better. Cinderella's Royal Table. Now this is specifically character dining. And it's inside Cinderella's castle, and it's the princesses.
Okay.
So Snow White.
Oh, this is expensive one, is it?
Yes, this is more expensive than
Be
Our Guest.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get a reservation as well. They do breakfast, lunch and dinner. So if you can't get a reservation, say for dinner, maybe change your plans and have it at breakfast or something like that if you really want to do this. But it's probably going to be a lot more than £210 for 3 people, I might warn you.
We're not going there then.
Okay, next one, Columbia Harbour House, that's it, American. It's a quick service restaurant, so it's your typical
burgers,
that kind of stuff. Cool Sip in Tomorrowland. Now, we got a drink from there. There's just drinks. It's just a drinks kiosk.
Yeah.
But do you remember the mist that they had next to it? And it was so hot that day, and we just kept walking through it. Oh, it's so nice.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So if you want a bit of cooling,
go there first.
Yeah, and then grab a drink, or don't forget, all Disney offer ice water for free. So you can go up to any kiosk and ask for some ice water, and they'll give it to you. Next one, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. So that's, again, a lot of these quick service restaurants in Magic Kingdom are going to be your typical theme park food, your hot dogs, your burgers.
Which is understandable, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's in Tomorrowland. The Crystal Palace. Now, this is a buffet, and it's right at the front, and it's actually not that expensive, but a lot of people tend to, if they want to get in the park early and they're not staying at a Disney resort and they don't have early theme park entry, they will tend to book a reservation at this restaurant for breakfast first, and they're in the park and they're in.
Yeah.
So that's right by Main Street USA. It's table service. Well, I say it's table service. It's not. It's a buffet. But yeah, I think that might be a good shout if we're there early.
Maybe.
The Diamond Horseshoe, which is the Thanksgiving, all you care to enjoy Thanksgiving food. So like big roast dinners and good, turkey and the mac and cheese and all the things. That's a table service. That's a Liberty Square. I did want to try that, but then we looked at the menu and my mum was like, nah. So we didn't end up doing that for dinner. Friars Nook, that's a quick service. They mainly do these weird chip potato-y things and ice creams. So that's what they mainly do there as quick service in Fantasyland. Gaston's Tavern. I want to talk about this.
Did we go there? Did we?
We did. I had that really sweet frozen apple juice.
Did you have something to eat as well? Didn't you?
A cinnamon roll.
That was it. It was amazing. Yeah.
It was massive.
It was massive. Yeah.
It was massive. That. I couldn't finish it. The cinnamon rolls, really, really good, by the way.
That's quite cheap as well, wasn't it?
It was very reasonably priced. And I think I said this on the YouTube video as well. If you get the drink, the LeFou's brew, don't bother paying for the stein, because you pay double the price just for a souvenir stein, and actually you get more in the normal cup than you do. But be warned, the foam at the top, the toasted marshmallow foam, is very, very sweet. So if you don't have a sweet tooth, I would skip that one.
Okay.
I do coffee as well. But yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah,
that was really cool, because we had a cinnamon roll. It was huge,
and
it had so much good ice. Oh, it was so good. So good. But I highly recommend Gaston's Tavern. Golden Oak Outpost, and that's a your usual theme park food, quick service, and that's at Adventureland, sort of around the back of Adventureland. So
America's every burgers and hot dogs.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that, near Jungle Cruise, there's a table service restaurant called Jungle Navigation Co Limited Skipper Canteen.
African.
Yeah, it's African food. It's very wild kind of food. So if you've got fussy eaters in your party, I would not go there.
What is African food like?
There's loads of different foods.
Yeah, but what kind of food is it like
spicy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
spicy food then.
African tends to be quite spicy.
So it's a spicy restaurant.
Yeah, if you don't like spice, or you're a fussy eater, or you have children that are fussy eaters, definitely will recommend. But if you like to try new things, I would go there, because the food, I've looked on it on Disney Food Blog. Shout out to Disney Food Blog. They go there all the time. It looks lovely. The food looks lovely. It's just not for us. Liberty Square Market. Now, we did buy a couple of things from there, because they do healthy snacks. So they do like the fruit, like the fruit in the
thing. The fruit bowls, stuff like that. Yeah.
We did buy a couple of things from there. So if you wanted some healthy snacks, you're not completely out of place in Disney. They do offer those kind of things. So that's at Liberty Square Market. And Liberty Tree Tavern, that's American again.
So it's like a
table service. That's a table service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like
like a pub. Table service pub.
Kind of thing. The Lunching Pad, again, another American one that you're going to find a lot of American food in here. Of course, where are we? We're in America. America. That's at Tomorrowland. Main Street Bakery, which is the Starbucks. If you really have to get a Starbucks, if you're obsessed with Starbucks, then wait in the hour queue. But I think it's a real waste of time when you can go to a Starbucks on the way and get an iced coffee or something like that on the way to Disney World. You know, like I just think it's not worth waiting in that ridiculous queue. You're just wasting so much time. Pecos Bill, Tortel Inn and Cafe, Mexican. Now they do really good nachos.
Food, is it in?
No, they do nachos and fajitas and things like that. So not all spicy.
Oh, okay.
That's a quick service restaurant. Pinocchio Village House pizzas.
Oh, good.
Yes. We you know, in It's a Small World, you actually go through. Do you remember when people were waving to us?
Yes.
The restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh, okay.
Apparently the pizzas are really doughy. So if you really like doughy pizzas, then definitely go get it. We might have to think about that. Plaza Ice Cream Parlour does what it says on the tin. It's ice cream. That's at Main Street USA. And the Plaza restaurant, that's also in Main Street USA. That's another American table service restaurant.
Burgers, hot dogs, stuff like that.
Prince Eric's Village Markets, that's snacks. Again, you can get some healthy snacks there. Okay. That's by Under the Sea, Journey with the Little Mermaid. That's in Fantasyland. Sleepy Hollow. I
remember seeing that Sleepy Hollow, yeah.
Waffles.
It looks alright,
they do waffles.
Looks
and I was really looking forward to having a waffle, but the queue was very long, so we didn't end up doing that. That's right next to Haunted Mansion, but apparently I've seen the waffles and they look amazing.
They look good, don't they?
Yeah. So I guarantee me and Sophie are probably going to be the ones trying all the snacks when we go next.
You're paying for it then.
I've got money. Storybook Treats, which are just snacks, and that's at Storybook Circus. Nice easy one. Sunshine Tree Terrace in Adventureland, that's ice cream and Dole Whip. I really have to try this Dole Whip when we go again, because it's pineapple ice cream and I love pineapple, so yeah. Tony's Town Square Restaurant, Italian or Italian American table service, and that's in Main Street USA, so it's like Lady and the Tramp style.
It's like pasta, stuff like that. Yeah.
Tortuga Tavern next to Pirates of the Caribbean. That's quick service. Apparently they've got some really weird food there that you have to try.
Well, it's Tortuga. It's in the Caribbean, isn't it?
Yes, hence why it's next to the Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I know that's from the film Tortuga.
Tortuga. Sorry, that was my terrible impression of Jack Sparrow. That's at Adventureland. And then Westwood Ho is snacks.
Westwood Ho?
Yes, Westwood Ho.
Oh, okay.
Don't be rude.
Well, sorry.
This is a family podcast now.
I'm sorry.
It's not an adults only podcast anymore.
I do apologise.
It's snacks at Frontierland. So that is all your dining options. Again, there's a lot. You're not going to want to eat at every single one. So don't think you have to.
It's like about 20 there, isn't
there? Yeah, there's like so many options. Like a lot of them are going to be the same. So just think about what you want. The menus, you can get the menus on the My Disney Experience app as well if you really want to delve right into it and have a look at the menus as well. So just check the My Disney Experience app. So now we're going to move on to shopping and merchandise options. There's a lot. Most of it is down Main Street USA, and we've actually walked through it.
Yeah, there's a lot down there.
We wanted to, if you want a little shortcut, by the way, to get to the castle, when you first arrive, go through the shops.
Go left or right, can't you?
Yeah, go through shops.
But both
sides, yeah.
Both sides.
So we're going to start off with Agrabah Bazaar. Now, that's not open at the moment. Not sure when that's going to be reopening, but it's like a Arabian bazaar.
Okay.
They do Aladdin-inspired merch. Right next to carpets of magic carpets of Aladdin, and that's in Adventureland. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Now this is really cute, but I don't think Savannah's going to be quite old enough to have this.
Makeover.
It's a prince and princess's makeover. They get to choose a dress, they get their hair done, they get their makeup done, and it's really cute. That's really cute, but I don't think she's old enough. I think you have to be at least 3.
Oh, okay.
So, I know she's not quite there, and she's quite petite as well.
She's only 2.5, isn't she?
Yeah, I know, but she's quite petite, isn't she?
That might make an exception for her.
Oh, well, we'll see. You have to book that anyway, because it's very expensive.
Oh, okay, that's noted.
That's in Cinderella's Castle. Big Top Souvenirs, that's loads of different merchandise and special pins and stuff like that, if you're into the pin trading world of side of Disney. That's just general merchandise, and that's in Storybook Circus near Dumbo. Bonjour, Village Gifts. Beauty and the Beast merch, of course.
Okay.
And that's in Fantasyland. Curtain Call Collectibles, that's a clothing shop in Main Street USA. There's some really nice clothes in there, actually. Emporium is the big flagship Magic Kingdom merch store. That's got like literally everything.
Oh, everything, yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
that's in Main Street USA. Fantasy Fair is another shop in Main Street USA that does hats and ears.
Oh, your ears?
Yeah, hats and ears. So that's it again in Main Street USA. I loved looking at them. I wanted to buy all the ears. but I didn't. Frontier Trading Post, that's pin trading. So again, if you were really into the pin trading scene, definitely go and see if you could trade with someone, or trade with the shop in Frontierland. Harmony Barbershop, they have a hairdressers.
I just literally looked at that. I thought, why have they got hairdressers in the theme park?
They have, because some children get a bit. They've never had their first haircut. Also, you can get your hair done as a male in there as well, and a female.
I'm okay.
But it's not open at the moment. I don't know when they're going to reopen that. That's Main Street USA. Island Supply by Sunglass Hut. They're as what it says on the tin, sunglasses. Adventureland, but I would probably advise you, unless you want some Disney themed sunglasses, I would buy them at the airport, duty free.
I imagine they do that inside there because obviously some people might lose their sunglasses and rides, so they can.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's a good point actually.
That's
very
probably
good
why
point.
they got it in there.
Yeah, Main Street Cinema. You can see a little film in there, and then they've got a selection of collectibles in Main Street USA. Main Street Confectionery obviously does what it says on the tin. Sweets, and that's in Main Street USA as well. Memento Mori, or Mori, I don't know how you pronounce that.
Mori.
Haunted Mansion merch. Now, I remember years ago, and I've just thought of this actually, I was desperate. You could get these leads with a dog collar, but it looked like there was an invisible dog on the end of it.
Yeah.
I had one of that. I screamed until my dad bought me one of those.
I've seen that.
I was desperate for one of those, and I was walking around with this stupid dog lead and collar thinking, look, it's my invisible dog, even though I had a dog at home.
I've seen that.
But it was very, very fun. But yeah, you can get loads of Haunted Mansion merch, especially with the new version of the film out. I think this is like the second time they've remade it now.
Yeah.
I do want to watch it actually. I'm quite intrigued. Owen Wilson. Wow. Plaza del Sol Caribe Bazaar. So that's Pirates merch.
Yeah.
Like, not just Pirates of the Caribbean, general pirate merch. And that's in Adventureland, yeah. Sir Mickey's. I know, I don't think we saw this. We don't think we went in there because it wasn't open. Costumes.
Oh, no.
You can buy costumes for children, and I believe you can buy costumes for adults. But just remember, unless you are going to an event, adults are not allowed to wear costumes. You can do, like, Disney-inspired outfits, but you can't do costumes because you might get mistaken for one of the characters.
Yeah.
Children, all the way. They're allowed. They let children dress up all the time. So I'm hoping that something might fit Savannah, i.e. Mirabelle costume. Might fit her by the time we go, but she's so petite. Star Traders as merchandise. That's kind of like Tomorrowland, Space Mountain kind of stuff. I think that's the exit shop for Space Mountain.
Okay.
Now I want to talk about this one because I was very intrigued by this, and I thought, you know how in Hollywood studios you can get you can design your own lightsaber. You can do the full experience, or you can do the little one in the shop. Well, now Tron is open. You can make an action figure of yourself for $90 plus tax. Just $90 plus tax. I'm not advertising this, by the way. I think that's ridiculous for an action figure. You get to scan of your face, scan of your body, and you have to record 6 lines of dialogue, and they will make you an action figure of yourself.
It's got a lot of money for all it is, isn't it?
I just think you have to be quite narcissistic to do that. Unless you're a child, obviously. I'm talking about if adults do this, by the way, not if children do it. You know, for children, this would be a really fun activity. Especially if your child is into action figures or dolls or whatever. I think it'd be really good fun for them. But if you're an adult, I kind of feel like that would be a little bit narcissistic.
It would be.
To pay $90 plus tax to have an action figure of yourself.
Kids, though,
yeah, like I would say, if your child is really into action figures or dolls or whatever, definitely, I would say worth doing. I was just very intrigued by it. I had to look more into it. But that's the Tron Identity Program. I would say you have to book that in advance. So again, check the My Disney Experience out. Now, Ursa's Major Minor Mart. That's a pin trading kiosk. So no, they've got quite a few there, and we did go in here. In this next one, because my mum always has to pick up a Christmas decoration.
Did we buy anything in there, did we, or not?
No, we went to Disney Springs one, the big one in Disney Springs. Ye Old Christmas Shop. That's Christmas merchandise all year round. There is also a massive one in Disney Springs. So if you don't find anything you want in the Ye Old Christmas Shop, just hang tight for Disney Springs because it's massive. The Christmas shop there, it's amazing. We bought a few decorations from there. So that's Liberty Square, and that is, in a nutshell, Magic Kingdom.
Good.
So, how do you feel? Do you think we'll be able to do a full day there next time we go?
Do a full day, but I'm sure we did a full day last time.
We didn't do the full day because Savannah.
What's the full day? What time's it close? 10 o'clock?
Yeah, about 10 o'clock.
We left at 8:30, so we nearly done a whole full day.
Yeah, I know. We did get there for a rope drop, didn't we?
So, I don't think you can do every single ride there in one day.
Unless you buy Genie Plus.
I still think it's very difficult to do that.
I think if you buy Genie Plus, you can do it.
You can do it maybe just a couple, just you two, probably. Maybe.
Yeah, but there's going to be 6 of us.
But if you've got like a couple and a young child, I don't think it's feasible.
Let's see what we can do with 6 of us. Let's see what we can do, because we've got Rider Switch, we've got DAS.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we could do it in one day. I don't really want to set aside 2 days.
No, can't do 2 days.
We want to do so much more than just Disney. I mean, if you're just doing Disney, I would say you could probably do with setting 2 days aside for it and do it in 2.
If you want to do every single ride there, yes. I don't think you can do every single ride in one day.
Oh, you've given me a challenge now.
See what happens, shall we?
me and Sophie will be like all over this. We'll be like planning it. We're doing it this weekend. That's all we'll be doing this weekend. We are seeing Matt's sister this weekend, so we are going to be talking a lot of Orlando, aren't we? Because she's very excited. So I think the last time she went, she was like 10, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So she's very excited. But yeah, that is it. That's it from us this week.
Yeah.
So next week we are going to be doing Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
Yeah, you love Hollywood Studios, don't you?
I did, but
that was your favourite Disney
park. One regret I didn't do.
I know. We'll leave it till next week.
Okay, fair enough.
So don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You're getting videos every week on there. You don't want to miss any of it. So take care, and we will see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Get excited. The magic rolls around fast.